You, okay, I think you received a permission request.
Yes.
Okay, just a brief introduction, and then very happy to follow what Tatiana proposes. So we'll have a short round of the SMEs that can introduce themselves. We all know why we are here within the central project. We hope this seminar will help especially the tour operators with specific needs in developing the strategies and in having the broadest spectrum of possibilities for the activities they want to undertake. We assess different certification scheme, and Travelife is both linked to us through the Turco projects, and it's also one certification scheme that allows different stages of certification and seem very well integrated with your capacity building process. So we are really happy to have Anastasia here with us. Sorry if I don't pronounce it properly. Okay, and she is a sustainability coordinator at Travelife. So, and we thank her very much to be here, and we hope we can clarify all the questions you have, and it can be like a sourceful information session for both the SMEs and Travelife. Thank you for being here, and I'd like to, okay, we try with the facilitator, maybe giving the word to the floor briefly to the SMEs, so we can organize a little bit the introduction. We can start from Moldavia. Tatiana, if you want to, if you want to briefly say who is the SMEs, and they can present themselves.
Yes, sure. So yes, my name is Tatiana Kiryak. I'm the facilitator and coach in the Central project. And well, today we have, let's say, the most important company that it's a tour operator, and it wants to develop their website. And of course, taking into account the website, it is on the international level. Maybe they need more details about the criteria of certification. So yes, Mr. Stas and Evgenia, they're representative of the company. So let them introduce themselves, please.
Hey, hello everybody. So I'm Stas. We developed a marketplace. It's the name of Teleport Travel, yeah. And so it's a marketplace where we've already made itineraries for friends and families looking to save time and money on travel planning, as well as a way for authors to earn money. So we have already more than 80 touristic itineraries in 15 countries. From different travelers, and like we really want to develop in the sustainable tourism and like show the way for our authors who are creating the itineraries.
Thank you very much, Stas. Thank you very much. Very interesting. So maybe we can go on with the Greek enterprises.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Sophia.
Hi, Sophia.
Nice to see you. Here with us is Yordanis Kasapoglou. He's the owner of Explore Trails, and he will speak about his SME. Yordani?
Yes, hello from me. I'm Yordanis Kasapoglou. I'm the owner from Explore Trails. I'm trying to share the screen right now. What we are doing guiding, mountain bike guiding, hiking guides. Also, we are traveling here in the East Macedonia and Thrace for hiking tours and mountain bike tours, and we are also both of them bike and hike. We try to go overseas, to go out of out of Greece, some 2 or 3 travels at here, and we try we speak with Sofia for the circular economy and tourism. I don't know if you see my screen, my website right now.
Not yet. If you want to try again.
Yes.
Sorry, Anastasia, I stopped your sharing. We will do it again afterwards.
I think you can see right now.
Yes, it's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here is the website.
Great.
English and Greek languages, and some packages here in Thrace, in the Xanthi city of the Rhodope mountain, at the Olympus mountains, Pangeo, Falakro, all of these trips.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Jordanis.
Elena, I'm sorry, but with us is Ilias Michailidis from Riverland. I didn't see him before, so...
Yes. We'd like to hear from him as well, yes.
Well, hello to everybody. I'm Ilias, and I'm the manager and the people that started this kind of tourism here in Xanthi area. Riverland is a company started about 20 years ago, especially with kayaking in Nestos Gorge, and also many outdoor activities in all the area of Xanthi, and also Drama region, whole the Eastern Macedonian phase. After this happened with coronavirus and also the crisis, we are trying to make smaller tours, and we keep the part of Nestos and Rhodope, the mountain range of Rhodope. Kayaking is the most popular activity. We have also rafting tours, hiking tours, and an adventure park for families and kids that can zip line, climbing, and do archery also. About circular economy, I'm thinking that we started with this from the beginning. Our area, we saw our grandfathers and mothers to use all these things to feed the animals in the backyard, or to trying to use the old furnitures and do something new. So because of this, and because I was in the Boy Scouts from a little boy, this was the meaning that can help you in your life. So circular economy, not with the name, but as a mood, was in our activities. So from the beginning, we started with the kayaking tour, because we had the train here in the Gorge of Nestos, so public transportation was too important for us. Unfortunately, after 20 years, I saw what we had as a country collapse. And now we haven't trained, and it's so difficult to say to our clients to use public transportation to come, because in our area there is nothing. And it's also the same about recycling. I saw many times all these plastic bottles and plastics that we collect to put in the blue, all this in the same truck going to the same place with all the garbages. So Greece have a long way until to reach recycling and circular economy, because it's too difficult to do things like this. But in private, we can try. And I think this is the party that we can share some opinions and options to help one the other and see things that we can do together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, we cannot start from the infrastructural deficiencies, but if we can start, as you said, little by little, it's a way anyway to get to the more like great investments with time. I can see maybe Eugenia, it's.
You mean hello?
Yeah, hello. Yes.
I'm a part of Teleport Travel. I'm
okay. Thank you for explaining. So I think we can skip to the Italian SME. We have Marco Ramazzati from Globe Inside.
Yes, hi everyone.
Sorry, Barbara. Yeah, and sorry, Barbara is the facilitator and she's also connected.
Hi, I'm Marco. I represent Globe Inside. We are a small tour operator based in central Italy. We operate through different branches and a few brands of thematic travel, like families, outdoor travel, traveling with dogs, and so on. But we also do a lot of incoming to the Marche region, and we also operate as DMC in smaller destinations within Marche region. And right now we are trying to look for new ways to implement more sustainable procedures, services, and products in general, and getting to know the circular economy within tourism, and be a bit more mindful of these aspects when we operate.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Barbara, if you want to introduce yourself, or okay, it's okay. Thank you, Tatiana, for the nice idea. So we know a little bit more each other and Travelife as well. And then I just give the floor to you, and really happy to hear.
Thank you so much, Elena. Nice to meet you all. Thank you so much for being here today. Once again, my name is Anastasia. I'm Sustainability Coordinator at Travelife and Sustainability Coach. And right now I will share my screen to start the presentation. Let me know if you can see it now.
Yes, it's fine.
Good? Okay, let's go. So it will be quite a short presentation. First of all, I will explain what is Travelife for tour operators and travel agents. Also, I will talk a little bit about why certification is important. Then I will explain Travelife benefits and services, and also our approach and membership phase, of course. So, first of all, Travelife is a program, and not just certification program, but sustainable management program, because we see certification as an ongoing process and as performance check, not just a process limited in time, but something in long term, because we believe that sustainability, it's an ongoing approach. And we cannot just say that today we are sustainable and tomorrow we're not sustainable anymore. So our philosophy, our goal is not just to give you certification, but also to guide you through this process and to help you to become sustainable and to help you to develop with the time in as a long-term development. So first of all, we train your program. we have 16 online courses on different aspects of sustainability, which helps you to get knowledges on sustainability and also gives you an inspiration and gives you ideas on what can be implemented in your company. Then we also have a management tool, management program, because we provide a toolbox of online reporting management and planning tools to help you to facilitate this road for you, to facilitate this transition. Then as the third step, third aspect, this is a certification. So we have a 3-step approach based on international recognized criteria, and I will talk a little bit more in details a bit later about this approach and our levels of certification. And last but not the least, we also provide marketing support. We promote all our members on our social media and our website. A little bit of history to give you a better understanding of what Travelife is. So Travelife is an NGO, non-governmental organization, and it started back in 2007 as a program, as a project. This was launched by European Union. The goal of the project was to sit around the table with a lot of associations and universities and European Commission itself, and to come up with a set of unified criteria and standards for sustainable tourism, because back then there were no unified internationally recognized standards. And so at the end of the project, they developed a set of criteria both for tour operators and hotels for accommodation facilities. And at the end of this project, it was divided in 2 parts. So yeah, probably it's better to, no, I'll stay here. So Travelife was divided in 2 parts, Travelife for tour operators and travel agents. That's Travelife that I'm presenting today. It's based in the Netherlands, and we are mostly working with tour operators and travel agencies. And also we have Travelife for accommodation and hotels. They are managed by another association, and they're based in United Kingdom. Just for your information to know, because it can be confusing when people see 2 Travelifes, they get confused. So what is it for? What is it about? So yeah, just a few bullet points about Travelife. So first of all, it's a collaborative project because we are working with lots of associations all around the world. Right now we have over 40 travel associations involved in Travelife. Also, our system is internationally recognized. Our standards are compatible with ISO, MS3, and also they are recognized by GSTC, Global Sustainable Tourism Council. And we are an international network. So right now we have over 1,000 members. This number is not really up to date because I would say currently we have even over 3,000 members, because we are currently also involved in another project run by European Union. And in this project we have also around 700 companies that joined Travelife. So this number should be more. Okay, here I presented some of the travel associations that we're working with for your information, just to give you an idea. For example, this is APTA, the travel association. You can see here, this is British associations, and they are managing Travelife for accommodations. Yes, here the comparison between 2 Travelife that I explained before. So if you see Travelife in blue logo, now you can know that this is Travelife for accommodations and not for tour operators. And we are managed by ECAT. You can see it here, the abbreviation. It stands for European Center for Eco and Agritourism, and we are based in Amsterdam. So both of Travelife, they have similar approach, similar standards, similar philosophy. The only difference is that we, as Travelife in the Netherlands, we're working for tour operators and travel agents, and another Travelife works with hotel and accommodation facilities. So now more actual for you topic is why certification is important. First of all, because it provides guidelines and directions for your company. That guidelines where to go and what to implement, because sustainability is a very wide topic and it can be overwhelming in the beginning, where to start and what to do, where to go to. And this is why we are working to guide you through this process, to help you, to give you as much help as we can. That's why we have a lot of templates. We have a lot of examples of best practices that you can use as inspiration. So you will always have some grounds where you will be able to base yourself and to start with. Then certification procedures are educational. As I said before, we are a training program, so we also provide you trainings, we provide you knowledges, and our goal is also to make you aware of what is going on and to give you the knowledges in order to make you able of implementing actions and coming up with innovative projects that would be aligned with your company's philosophy in locally adapted. Then certification can also help to reduce operational costs because it's all grounded in the economy, in resource usage economy. So you cut on your water, electricity, and waste costs, and it results in less operational costs. Then also certification supports the implementation of corporate social responsibility policies. Also, a lot of our criteria are policy-based criteria, which means that we require a written policy that would describe the way that you implement this and that approach to waste treatment or water usage, and which means that you will also be helped with the creation of those documents, which are really important documents. And in order to implement the corporate social responsibility, you also have to have a set of written policies and written documents, and you will also get the support in this perspective. And also certification provides an independent guaranteeing credibility. Our goal is to stay as transparent as possible. So we are working with the independent third-party auditors that would conduct audits before giving you certification. And we're also staying transparent with our criteria, with all the requirements. And we also require this from you. So if you comply with the Travelife criteria, that means that you are transparent, and you can this can increase your credibility in your client's eyes. And of course, it improves your image, your company's image, and it gives motivation to your staff, because your staff will have value in additional value in their work, and also they will have a clear objective, clear goals, and clear deadlines. That also increases the motivation. All right, so a little bit of summary of what I said before. We have 16 online training courses for you and all your staff. Good to know is that you, as a representative of your company, if you will be a sustainability coordinator for your company, you can also connect all your employees, all your colleagues to the platform and give them access to all the online training courses. And this is already included in the fee. So for no additional cost, you can also sensibilize all your employees on these topics. And at the end of of each training course, there is a possibility to obtain a personal certificate, the document of compliance. This is also possible for all your employees in your company. Then we provide you in an online reporting and action planning tool. Basically, all your work will happen on our platform. We have a quite user-friendly layout, a user-friendly platform where you will be invited to write your reports, attach the evidences, plan your actions for the future. So everything is going on is happening in one place, which is quite convenient and time saving. Then you will get a personal coach to guide you through the process. So all our main members, each company, they get a personal coach who will always be there to answer the questions, to clarify something, and also to conduct desk audits, which means online audits. So you will have a person who will help you to write your report, and this person will also check your report and leave remarks and ask you for some clarifications if needed. So you will not be alone in this process. Then the Travelife partner or certified statuses that we offer, I will explain about it a bit later. And also you will get free carbon calculations for 5 packages via our Karmacal tool. Karmacal is a platform, is a software that allows to calculate the carbon emissions of your tour packages, which is really useful tool for the kickoff, because it allows you to see your weak and your strong points, to see where you are at in your situation now, and just to see where you can improve, what you can improve in your company. Also, we have a tool for B2B matching. This is a page on our platform dedicated to all the members that are already certified or who already have Travelife partner status. Through this tool, you can find some companies in your country who are already working towards certification or who are already certified, which can also help you to find new suppliers, new sustainable suppliers, and just to reconnect with the colleagues from your industry to exchange experiences and knowledges. This is the layout of our learning platform. So here you can see the list of training courses. There are 16. They are all on designed for different aspects. And for sustainability coordinator, which is a contact person between the company and Travelife, we've required to complete the first one, the basic training, which is also one of the criterion, because we believe that in order to launch this process, this person has to have some knowledge in sustainability. So this one is obligatory for sustainability coordinator, but later you're also invited to complete all the trainings. They are all included and come with no additional price. And as I said before, you can also connect your employees and to make them complete these courses. But also you can connect some of your suppliers if you need that, you want to make them aware, to sensibilize them on these particular topics. You can also connect them to the platform with no additional cost and open them access to training courses, which can also be quite useful. Now we come to the Travelife approach, certification approach. We have 3 levels of certification: Travelife Engaged, Travelife Partner, and Travelife Certified. So Travelife Engaged, this is where the journey starts when you decide to join Travelife, when you sign a contract, pay a membership fee, you get a personal coach, and you get the access to the platform. And the first step, as I mentioned before, is to finish the training course for your sustainability coordinator, and then to start the baseline assessment on the reporting platform. So basically, you start writing your report, and once it's done, you notify your coach about this, and your coach conducts an online audit, the review of your report. It's for your information, it always goes in rounds. It's like going back and forth with your coach, because there are always some questions and some inquiries. And this is why it's good to have a personal coach, one person who would always be there to reply to your questions and to help you with some ideas if you're lacking in ideas on what can be done for this and that criteria. If you successfully passed the on-site audit, you obtain Travelife partner status. This is the stage 2 of our 3 steps approach. This is important to know. The Travelife partner is not yet certification. It's what we call recognition or award. So it's already an official status that allows you to use Travelife logo on all your communication channels and to communicate your engagement in sustainability, but it's not yet a certification. However, it's already a very good achievement. And as I said, the process to get this level is to complete the reports in the platform and to pass online audit. Here on the right, you can see the screenshots of how the platform looks like. In the end of the presentation, if we will still have time, I can also connect to the platform and walk you through quickly to let you see how it looks like, the platform, Travelife platform. For this level, there are 146 criteria. However, only 77 of them are mandatory and 69 are voluntary. So for those 69 criteria, you can decide yourself if you want to try to comply with them or not. And yes, as I said, this is a recognition. And this is valid for 2 years, which means that every 2 years, you will have to go through an on-site online audits again, because sustainability is a long-term process, and during those 2 years you may have implemented something else, some information might have changed. So basically the renewal of your status is just updating your reports and letting your coach go through it one more time. Here you can see the chapters of our criteria. So basically we have 10 chapters that every chapter has a subchapter, and subchapter goes down to a number of criteria. So as you can see here, our criteria doesn't stop on only ecological aspect and only social aspect. It also englobes economical perspective, social and legal compliances. So it starts with your sustainability management and legal compliance to your national regulations. It also includes the way that you organize your work in your office, contracts with your employees, and then it also englobes the way how you work with your partners, with your suppliers, with your transport suppliers or accommodations, and also, of course, it includes also the way you design your tours packages. So whether they are sustainable, which means of transport you choose, which accommodation facilities you choose, which activity providers you choose. And also it includes the way you communicate to customer, because as I said, our goal is to stay as transparent as possible. So for us, it's very, very important to communicate in a clear way your sustainability engagement to your customers and your suppliers. That's why we have a whole chapter on communication. So yes, here just for your information about our standards and criteria. Just for your information to let you know, you may all you can receive a free trial access to the platform, because we don't have a list of them that can be sent out. However, if you're interested, we can give you a trial access to the platform with all the full access to all the tools, all our materials for 1 or 2 weeks. And during the time, you can go through the platform and to see all the criteria, to see how it works, to see where you can find what. So yes, if you're interested, please feel free to contact me, and I will be happy to assist you with it. And finally, the third step of Travelife is Travelife Certified. This is the final status, and this is certification. So official certified status. Here we have a little bit more criteria. So you can see 159 mandatory criteria, 74 voluntary. The process is the same. You're still working with your report. What is good, you will not have to write it from the scratch. You will still have your report that you were working on previously, but some more criteria will add on. So basically, you will have just to add some information on new criteria that were added for this level. And also the only difference, the second difference between partner and certified is that for certified, you will have to go through on-site audit instead of online audit, which means that we will send an independent auditor, preferably based locally in your country, or at least somewhere around on your continent, at least, who would come to your office and talk to you face to face. And in the end, if you successfully pass this on-site audit, you will get certification status. Again, as for Travelife Partner, it's valid for 2 years, which means that every 2 years, you will have to go through another on-site audit and to update your reports. But basically, these statuses, the process that you have to go through are quite similar. So the only difference is that there are more criteria for certification because it's more serious and it's more official, so it requires extra effort. And here we have on-site audits instead of online audits. Here I also put a screenshot of how the platform looks like. So here on top of the page, you can see the name of the chapter. I don't know if you see my mouse moving. Yes, I guess you do. All right.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Then you can see the name of subchapter and the list of criteria in this chapter. Here we have these tick icons. They stand for compliance obligation. So all of these criteria here are obligatory because we have 2 ticks icons in front of each of them. But some of them would be voluntary. And in this case, instead of the second tick icon, there would be just like a slash, like a line. And here for these 3 dots, this is like traffic lights that we use during on-site online audits for approval. So basically, if your criterion will be improved by your coach, you will see green light here. If it will be approved with the remark, which means that there's something missing and your coach requires you to go back to this criterion to check and maybe to add some information, you will see orange light. And if your criterion will not be approved for now, then you will see the red light. So basically, the approach is quite simple. We're using just 3 colors. And here, you can also see a lot of tabs on this site. So all your reporting happens in this tab, reporting. So you would see a text box for you to write some text down to explain us what you have done for this criterion to comply with. Here in guidance, you would find some description, some additional description of what we expect from you in order to comply with this criteria. For remarks, it's the chat tool with your coach. So all the communication would happen there. You can add your questions, your remarks in there, and you will also receive remarks from your coach here. For action plan, here it's quite useful. In this tab, you can plan your actions, your tasks. For example, if you do not comply with this or that criterion, you can plan it for the future. And yes, as I said before, if we will still have time, I can guide you through this because it would be more visual if I could connect to the platform and show you quickly. So yeah, I don't have a lot of slides left. So just at the end, let me know if we can still have time. And in this case, I will be able to connect and show you. And for best practices, these are, okay, thank you. For best practices, this is a list of existing examples from your colleagues from the industry, those who have already successfully implemented actions and successfully complied with this criterion. This is the source of inspiration for you. If you think that you are lost and you don't really know what to do, you can always go to this tab and to read these stories, that how we call it, from your colleagues in order to get some inspiration and some ideas of what can be done in your company. All right, here we come to the membership fees. So as I said before, Travelife is a non-profit organization, and also our goal is to be accessible for all kind of companies, even small or micro companies, family-run businesses. The cost is calculated for 1 calendar year. So the prices that you see, you pay once per year, and everything is all inclusive. So it's once you paid, everything that you will find on the platform is already included, except for Carmichael that I mentioned before. For Carmichael, you have 5 carbon emissions calculations, but you can get the full access for it with a discount in case you're interested. But everything that we have on the platform is included here, and it's calculated per company size. So FTE that you can see here, it stands for a full-time employee. So basically, the company size will calculate per number of your full-time employees. So if you have 5 or less full-time employees, the first status Travelife partner would be 200 euros for you per year. And we always recommend to start with Travelife partner because it makes more sense. Otherwise, it can be too overwhelming to try to comply with all the criteria at once. So it's better to start with Travelife partner anyway. And yes, here you can see the gradient of our prices per company size. And also this includes online coaching, but you as the Chantour project participants, you can also obtain a local Travelife coach against some additional costs. It will be around 200 to 250 euros per support day, as Yelena communicated, right? Is it correct?
Yes, we did mention the
okay, all right,
the possibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think I said everything here on this slide. So basically, we arrived to the end of my presentation. Yeah, so if you have questions, please feel free.
Great. Thank you very much, Anastasia. And
my pleasure.
Yeah, I'd like to give the floor also to the SMEs for all the questions. I just add a little note. There's a lot to evaluate. As a project, we started with the EMAS framework, and then after selecting the SMEs, we realized it was a very complicated system for the size of the SMEs. So this is like another opportunity we are giving, and the information was really interesting. It's really interesting, the platform as well, that I looked up only recently. And you know, it's important that the SMEs can clarify any doubts that they have. At the same time, we can say that since we already did some work on the sustainability of the companies and on the capacity building best practices, I think that there's many differences. So it's very good that they can get a lot of information for very competitive rates. And at the same time, as a project, we can help in assessing what's has already been done, what's been, you know, to be done in the remaining time of the project, compared to your scheme that you really clearly illustrated. And I think we will assess if there are SMEs that are interested in the trial. So maybe that can be a step in between to decide. We, you know, as soon as the SMEs decide this, you know, the sooner is better, because there's a lot to do, and the time is not that much. But I think it could be very valuable to have a trial. So thank you for offering. And now, any question that you might have, we try to respond now, or to think about it with Travelife for later.
I forgot about one slide. Yeah, here basically you can have my contact details, so you can just scan this QR code. And if you don't have questions now, but if anything comes along later this evening or even later, please feel free to reach out to me. Here you have my contact details.
Okay, great. Just a reminder for the SMEs to keep in copy also always the facilitators, so they keep like in touch with the whole process.
I would like to say thank you, Anastasia, for your presentation. And actually, I have a question. I didn't get what the purpose of coaching. What is it's to make us more sustainable, or what the coach is doing?
Thank you for the question. Basically, the coach is the person who helps you to go through all this process, and this is the person who answers to all your questions and also helps you to understand the criteria and to find the best way to comply with them. So coach is someone who you would always contact in case of your concerns or doubts, and you can also always ask these persons to organize a call, to jump on a call, to discuss something. So this is your contact point. This is your helping hands in case you're lost with the criteria. But yes, the goal of coaching is to help you to become sustainable in terms of Travelife criteria, of course, Travelife standards. So yeah, this is the person who will be by your side during this process to clarify and to answer to your questions.
Thank you. And he will be the person who will be with us like during this online course, or we just do it by ourselves?
Online course, you do it by yourself because it's all on the platform. So it's just online course.
Okay. Also, you mentioned guideline for operators, and the locations and accommodations that will be in guideline. It's all the companies that you are working with, and they are certified by Travelife, or it doesn't matter?
I don't see clearly what you mean by guideline with the.
You mentioned that there is a guideline where you recommend locations and accommodations, and they are all certified by Travelife, or not necessarily.
The best practices, maybe with the best practices section?
Or maybe it was B2B matching platform. Either way, so for B2B platform, yes, we list first of all for tour operators, we list all our members of Travelife there, and also we have another platform for hotels, and hotels is also includes hotels that are certified, not especially by Travelife, but any kind of other certification, because, for example, Green Key, we would also list them on our platform. So you can easily find some suppliers for your company.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yes, some just ideas to discuss. Yeah, first of all, thank you so much. It was very clear, very well organized, the information. And I just remember the cost, it's about 200 euros per year. And the SMEs just get the access to the platform of learning. And if they need an additional information by coaching, they need to pay something else. It's not included in these 200 euros.
Thank you for the question. It is included. Basically, this package, let me just go back there. We have it. Yes, open. Basically, this price is already includes access to trainings, the access to reporting platforms. So basically, to online report that you will be asked to write, to create, and also it includes basic coaching, which means that some of my colleagues will be helping you remotely. But in case of center projects, you can also obtain a local Travelife coach who will, correct me if I'm wrong, Elena, because I'm not quite sure about this local coach part. So yes, if you could also add something about the difference.
Yeah, I think you have to keep it. We have a facilitator that's help us with the indicators, of course, that are more linked to the center projects, which are not as comprehensive as the one of Travelife because of the aim is different. So we aimed at improving specific indicators. Travelife is a world certification process and is also targeting tour operator. That's why we are integrated in the offer, because tour operator has really different needs in terms of sustainability because of the supply chain. And in this regard, it can be useful to have, in view of the certification, to have someone local that can help you also in working with the supply chain, in organizing in finding the solution for improving your standards in a relatively short time. So we can discuss it like case by case, because what we need to do is to assess what you already done and what you need to do within the partner or the certified schemes. And compared to that, we can help you in assessing if you need someone local. You have like a financial support that is more than 200. So depending on the strategy you already developed with your facilitators, you have to assess how far you want to go with the certification, and if you want to use all your financial support in the certification. And you can probably you will probably need to reach like some specific targets within the end of the project, help locally in finding the right solution and the right support. So you have the center facilitator, of course, but of course, if you obtain like a local Travelife coach for the certification, they are probably more expert in specific indicators that we are not covering with the center project. So it depends on the how far you want to get, basically. So I think the best way for the SMEs is to look at the two schemes in detail, accessing the platform, so they can see the criteria, and they can discuss with the facilitator, how far they already gone with the center project. And the most important thing is to decide how far you'd like to go by the end of the center project. Then, depending on the remaining activities that you need to carry out to get at least as a as a Travelife partner or as a Travelife certified SMEs, then we can help you in deciding if it's necessary to have also local Travelife coach that maybe can be more specialized in some aspect of the certification than our facilitators. Also, it depends, if they can be really local. We work mainly at country level, or for some countries at regional level, but some SMEs are located outside of the focus regions. So part of our role is also in helping you to find a local supplier for your specific strategy and your specific need. If your specific strategy is a Travelife scheme, then having someone really local can be a plus for reaching the targets that you want to. We have time until November next year, so is not a very short period, but looking at certification scheme, I think it's important to maximize the financial support to reach some visible results. So we have to really case by case decide if in the remaining time of the project you need some extra help, like a local Travelife coach. It's more linked to each SME's target, because as a project we can report improvements, sustainable improvements, also at any scale you reach. So we are focusing on plastic, food, and collaborative consumption. If we report improvements for each SMEs, we don't have like a specific target. When you embark in a certification schemes, it's good to know that by the end of the project you can get to the end of the scheme that you choose, because at least you have something visible that you can add to all the other results. So I think the local one is someone that can boost and ensure that you get to the status of partner, or Travelife partner, or Travelife certified SMEs by the end of the center project.
In this case, Helena, I would say that with our financial support in the project, and take into account that this kind of certification is voluntary, they can use this type of activity and to be at least evaluated at the moment. Yes. And they can pay this cost from the project. But also I'm thinking regarding the staff in the company, if they are less than 5, would it be reasonable to go through this platform? I saw there are many aspects included, but as a company.
That's quite interesting, Anastasia, also for the project, the sense that the micro enterprises have, very specific needs, and if you are used to work with them.
Yeah. Yes, we are indeed. To be honest, most of our members are micro enterprises, family-run businesses. This is why we have this option for less than 5 in place. And in a lot of cases, they're like one or two people working in the company. So we are quite used to work with such small businesses. So it's not a problem at all.
Okay, great. So I'm thinking in terms of yes, sustainability and idea of image, company image on the website. They will receive a guide with all logos and where they can place on their website and attract more customers. And yes, this will be, I think, very important as a benefit for the company, for a tour operator company.
Exactly. And there's also possibility to receive a GSTC logo if it's something that interests you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we are using GSTC standards. So our criteria are based on GSTC standards. So once you reach Travelife Partner Certified, there's also possibilities to obtain GSTC logo and to place it on your communication channels aside, together with Travelife logo.
Great.
Yes, great.
Okay, I really like if there is any other question, please don't hesitate. To be very practical, in the meantime, while you're thinking, I think the next step will be to we share the recording with the other SMEs because you know it's important that all get the full information, and we can leave like a few days, like a week maybe, for the SMEs to gather some further question if they have some, and the interest in maybe the trial or the scheme directly. So, you know, feel free to either contact Anastasia directly or speak with your facilitator in the meantime. And then, like in a week time, we see the interest, you know, the interest to go further with either the trial or the scheme directly. And then when we know how many SMEs and what the situation is, we can also get in contact between you and us, and we can organize the way we can share like some preliminary information so that you know what the SMEs already done and can start evaluating it as well for those that, you know, choose to follow the scheme.
Sounds great.
Okay. I hope a week will be enough, but then we get very close to August and it's a terrible time, I know.
Sorry, Elena, can you please tell me what is the timeline for your project, for Central project?
Okay, we basically the SMEs should finish the activity at the latest by the mid of September next year. And then they have 2 months more to report the data. So basically they should really end the activities by the end of September, and then they can collect, you know, do the payments and then collect all the administrative documents within, well, not 2 months, 1 month, because then we need another month at least.
I see. Okay.
That's the very latest. We know we advise to finish a bit earlier if possible, so that we can do it a bit more properly.
Okay, but yeah, TSME still have 1 year and a little bit more than 1 year. Okay. Thank you.
Roughly a year, a full year, but okay, so we have all the contacts. So any question, you know, feel free to use all the channels you have. And in a week time, before a week, we'll send like a reminder to collect, you know, your interest and pass it on to Travelife. Okay, really thank you for for your presentation, and thank all the SMEs for being here. I know your time is really precious at this period. Thank you thank you to the facilitators as well. You're really very professional and collaborative, and speak very soon by email.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was my pleasure to
Bye.
meet you.
Thank you, Anastasia.
Bye.
Bye bye.
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 Bye bye. Thank you.
Right.